is the frequency in use. Now, we're sure it wasn't. Sitting here listening for quite a while. I'm just making some adjustments here. All right, this is Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? I didn't think any. If there is an emergency, please call 911. If you can't do that, tell us and we'll do it for you or help you any way that we can. You can break in here for any time for emergencies. For information on this net, you can see a display on YouTube right now by putting in K4PEW into the YouTube search block. And you'll just sign up and you can just jump on there and you'll see the current activity and click on it. Or mash that button as you will. You also can go to 146415.net, 146415.net. That's our little simple website for explaining the simplex because it is relatively simple. Also, you can go to our groups.io site, which is groups.India Oscar. Do a search in there for MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we conduct a net on 146.415 FM Simplex. And tonight we're also doing 10 meters on 28.415 following the 2 meter net. Purpose of net is to have fun. Figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear, and what you got to do to take out a second mortgage to buy better feed line, better height antenna, better antenna. But no, remember, it's always your family, and your family comes first. Ham radio is a hobby, so put that into your budget for the next couple of years. I mean, I have had to spend quite a bit of money over the many years, but I didn't do it all at once. I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Activities, well, excuse me, announcements, I guess I should call them. The biggest announcement of this period is this coming Saturday. Make a point to be at the Lebanon Ham Quest. It's at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. It starts at 8 a.m., so I'd be there before the gates open, so you can jump right in there. They've sold out all their tables. I think there's 100. There's going to be a couple of commercial vendors there selling ham equipment, new ham equipment as retail or retail vendors, I'll call them. And there's also a tailgate section for people who couldn't get in on the table. They're going to be outside on that, but most of the Ham Quest is inside the buildings and air conditioning. Does anybody? And then, of course, the other announcement is we do the reminder system for all the nets, for all the local simplex nets, and a couple of the other repeater nets. And also, there's a 10 meter net on Sunday nights, just like tonight on 28.415. It's done by Michael KM4YRF. It's on 28.415, and it's at 7:30 p.m. on Sundays, not 8 o'clock. Well, we don't do the 10 meter at 8 o'clock, but our net start at 8 o'clock. His starts at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday night, so make a point to be there. It's been very good attendance here, and it's been going on for a couple of years. This is our 8th year. Well, we're in our 8th year, I should say. We'll be finishing up 8 years here in September. Is there any other announcements? Well, the other announcement is, of course, Huntsville Ham Quest, which is a huge ham fest. Of course, it's 90 minutes away, whatever it is. And that's the last Saturday and Sunday in August. So make a point to be there as well, too. That's really a nice ham fest. But the local one's pretty good. I got to say that I wouldn't miss that one for anything. If I had to pick between the two, I'd go to Ham Quest here at the fair. Any other announcements or corrections? All righty. Well, I do have one more. We're still want to make sure everybody knows that we want to continue to promote the DMR, D-Star, and what do you call it? D-Star and Yaesu Fusion events that we do on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. We start at 7 with the DMR net. It's all on 146.460, and then it moves over to at 7:15. We move over to the D-Star, same frequency. Then we move over to Yaesu Fusion at 7:30. You don't have to do all of them. You don't have to do any of them. But if you've got one of them, even if you've only got it one of those three or all of those three on a handheld, hook it up to your regular antenna, your 2 meter antenna, and give it a go. Because You'd be surprised at how well these digital signals get out, or any signal for that matter. If you've got a decent antenna, and 5 or 8 watts is going to do a good job for you, hopefully. But you don't know unless you try. Well, any other announcements or corrections?
Correction.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the Huntsville Hamfest is 20th and 21st, not the last weekend of August.
Oh, that's going to be, well, it won't be as crowded on the last weekend. Yeah, I got you. Very good. Let me make that correction. It is the 20th and 21st. For some reason, I had in my mind it was the last two. 20th and 21st of August. That's actually too soon. It's only 3 weeks away from the other Hamfest. I wish it was 4. I don't know. For some reason, it makes more sense. Anyway, 20th and 21st, Hamfest, yes, big Hamfest. Huntsville is the 20th and 21st. I'm glad you corrected me on that. Who was that?
Sorry, that was thank you for AET.
Ah, very good. Glad to have you correct that. There's a couple of new guys that you joined the email group. I'm hoping I hear them on the air tonight. The one, well, I remember the one's called. I don't remember what the other fellow's called is. If they show up, I'll know. But we're going to ask for first-time check-ins if they're there. But first of all, no more corrections or announcements. All righty, we'll jump right in there. Then we'll be taking check-ins from the west tonight, and this is net number 817. But we're going to take people short on time first. Please come in. All right, I had the brothers Karazimov in here. I've had Michael and Rick, KM4YRF, and Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Rick, your signal, I can hear you, but boy, it's noisy on you tonight. Yeah, it's amazing. It's odd conditions tonight. Hope you're doing well. All right, very good. Good to hear from you. Nothing else for the net? Very good. Appreciate you being there. Michael, how are you doing tonight? Mobile, are you?
Yeah, I'm on my way to pick up Emily from a friend's house, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take, so I just wanted to do an early check-in just in case.
All right, we're hoping you can make the 10-meter net.
I'm going to sure try.
All right, very good. That was Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and he's the one who does the 10-meter net on Sunday nights at 28415 at 7:30 p.m. Who else is short on time? KE4PJW. Forgot your name. Go ahead again, please.
Hey, Paul, this is Terry.
Oh, sorry, Terry. How are you doing tonight?
Doing okay. Just leaving the restaurant. Going to be mobile for just a couple of minutes. Thought I heard you going for short call-ins or people short on time, so I just wanted to check in real quick.
Oh yeah, no, we try to accommodate those, I guess. Everything going well for you?
Everything's going pretty good. My radio, the other night I said that I fixed it. Well, the next morning it was dead again, and found out I had a bad short in the control cable, and it smoked the pass transistor for the regulator circuit going to the control head, and got parts back on it, and she's back alive again.
Oh man, nothing but problems, huh?
Yeah, well, she's running, so I'll take it.
Oh yeah, no, as long as it's working. No, that's right. Well, I'm glad you're able to do that.
Sure thing, man. All right. We'll talk to you later, Paul. KE4PJW.
Yeah, very good. That was Terry here in Mount Juliet. That's Kilo Echo 4 Papa Juliet Whiskey. Who else is short on time? Hey, Ken. I don't know if there was a double in there, but man, it's noisy tonight.
Yeah, I got noise down here tonight too for the first time. I had to turn my squeal cup.
I can turn my hearing aid down. How about if I turn my hearing aid down?
That'll work too, my friend. Anyway, 73, I got some projects going on. Got to go get back to them. So thank you for doing the net. 73 to everybody checking in. Talk to you guys later. WV4D Clear.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Good to have you on the net. That's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. That's Ken, and he's in Smyrna. Who else is short on time?
Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango.
Hello, how are you tonight?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. I don't always know what that means. Sometimes you're hanging in by your fingertips.
About
Hold on one second. I was writing your call down incorrectly. Now I think I got it right. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, very. Where are you located? I don't think I know that.
I'm the other Chris in that not Gladeville, not Mount Juliet area.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing Chris. Yes. Well, actually, I don't honestly know where Gladeville starts. I guess I'd have to look. Or
I don't know where it starts either, and it was actually a topic of discussion on Facebook one day, and I thought I read like 6 different answers.
well, I think the correct answer is we know where Mount Juliet city limits end, and that's probably where Gladeville starts there on the whatever you call it, Briley Parkway or whatever that road is called these days.
Yeah, it's all I know is I know where the stop sign is in Gladeville, and that's about it. That for sure is Gladeville.
Yeah, it's a nice area though. I mean, it really is very nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I like it.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Chris?
Not too much. Looking forward to going to the Ham Quest this weekend. It'll be my first Ham Quest.
Oh yeah, be prepared. Be prepared for just you're gonna see it. It's like a museum. Oh, yeah, I'm glad there's some new vendors there because they're gonna bring the new stuff. But the rest of the tables are off in a museum.
Yeah, I probably won't even know half of what I'm looking at unless I hook up with some of the older guys that have been around this for a little bit. You can tell me what it is I'm looking at.
No, yeah, no, it's not. I make fun of that, but it's true. Sometimes the older equipment has a great appeal just because it's kind of vintage, and it works. You know, it's just that it's I don't know. There's something great about older equipment. Anyway, there's going to be some other equipment there too. Don't get me wrong. It's just that everybody calls it, bringing in their boat anchors, the old heavy equipment that, the stuff weighed about 3 times as much as my rig.
Now that stuff's fascinating too. What the capabilities of this stuff back in the day, pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, it is. Anything else for the night, Chris?
No, sir, I'm good. 73 for you all. Have a good night.
Very good. That's Chris, Kilo Quebec for Alpha Echo Tango. He's in, we'll call it Gladeville. Next week we'll call it Mount Juliet. Who else is short on time? Do we have any first time check-ins? All right, we don't. Let's move on to people from the West. Please come now. All right, I had a couple in there, but Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, Jeff pushed in there first.
Okay, SWY4G. Here I am checking in. I'm not doing much, just kind of hanging out.
Well, it's supposed to be cooler tomorrow, in the mid 80s or something instead of the mid 90s.
I hope so. You'll break all this heat humidity.
We'll get over it. I mean, you've lived in Middle Tennessee your whole life, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm used to it, but still, just kind of get tired of it there, after a bit.
Well, it's also a little bit harder to take when you get older.
Yeah, it is. You can't deal with heat or cold as much.
No, you're absolutely right. It is funny how you're less accommodating as you get older, especially to that heat. It really does wear on you. I didn't realize how much until I hit an older age, and I realized, man, that is really rough. I used to be able to work outside. Of course, I was 25, but I could work outside all day. I can't do that anymore.
Neither can I, especially when you sort of have some health issues and kind of, limit your abilities to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you're still be thankful you're in reasonably good shape, though. Otherwise, I think you are anyway. Anyway, anything else for the net tonight, Jeff?
That's about it. I can hear Michael just fine when he is mobile. I heard just about everybody except for one station that you were talking to. I think one I can't remember where it was at. There's just that one I could not hear, but I've heard everyone fine so far.
Hey, very good. Very good. That was Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. He's in Madison on a great signal. Chris, I think I heard you in there. KI4WBZ, right?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Very good. You got a nice signal tonight.
Yeah, bumped up the power. My air's kind of. Usually I try not to work on high power.
You don't want to work on high power because Al Gore's got his eye on your electric bill.
These days, I got my eye on my electric bill.
Oh yeah, don't we all? And I was thrilled really when I went out to get gas today, and the price was actually, I forgot what it was, $3.77 or something like that. It was actually in the $3, under $4. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I told them last night, 358. Yeah, get some less than right now. Why? But not much for the net. I just want to say, hope everybody out input. Yeah, I missed the first part of the net. I think you could say something about doing the net August 20, 21st. Where is that?
No, that's I'm talking about the Ham Fest. It's in Huntsville, August 20th and 21st.
All right. I may have to try to get down there for that one. Use my calendar on my calendar. I've never been. That's a good one to go to. And I'm wanting to get out and do more of these this year. Cape City, Bowling Green, not too far away. I think Cape City was spring. I think I missed that one. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get out a few more Ham Fests. This one's too close not to go through this weekend.
Oh yeah, I know you're not going to miss the one at the Wilson County Fairgrounds on this coming Saturday. But that Huntsville one you really don't want to miss it. I've been there 2 or 3 times, I think. I think it's 3 times. It's just an enjoyment to see all the stuff there. There's a much wider variety of stuff because it's a much bigger event.
I'm supposed to be closing on a house soon. It's supposed to be actually supposed to be first week of July. That didn't happen. Then it was supposed to be Friday, and that's not going to happen. I think they're pushing it out to middle of September now as a probable. Not even yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I want to check in and hope to see everybody out there this weekend. Back to that
Yeah, very good. That's Chris. He's over in Hermitage, Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and better signal than you haven't had in the past. Before it was a little weak, but now it's just fine. Who else is next from the west?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor Jack and Donaldson.
So you got a broom on your signal, cleaned up all that noise. Jack.
Yeah, it is kind of noisy tonight.
Yeah, it is noisier than usual, sure. Boy, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's I don't know. I think it's the dry weather. Maybe I don't know.
I did hear Michael. I've heard everybody except Chris in Gladesville.
Huh. Yeah, well, I don't know what I mean, he's a good strong seal to me, but he's only like 2 miles away. But it's not hard for me to hear him. I don't know if he had he's low power or what, or he got a low antenna, because you should be able to hear him.
I guess it's just the conditions. But anyway, I'll let the next one check in. Thanks for doing the net, Paul. Appreciate it. KG4ILD.
Yeah, very good, Jack. That's Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, listen, I got my eye on a 220 rig.
What are you looking at? I've been eyeing.
It's the Anytone. I forget the model number now, but I've got an eye on another one through a private individual, and I don't even know which model it is. He's supposed to call me back and tell me.
What's the Anytone wattage?
It says it's 50 or 60. I forget what it says. It's the one. I forget which model it is. To get it through.
Is it the same one as the PYT just renamed? Or?
Yeah, either that or vice versa.
Yeah, I've seen that. It looks good.
I heard somebody say it looked like the Jetstream with a new name on it.
I don't doubt that, but yeah, but $150, the one that's in that range.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we're all eyeing that. All of a sudden, there's going to be a run on them in Tennessee, and they're not going to go live.
Where were you looking at them online? Because I couldn't find one except on eBay.
Oh, they're on Amazon. Well, not under. Well, once again, this was under the PIT brand name, so I don't PYT. So I don't know whether that's the same or not. I have to look up the Anytone version.
I still think it's a marketing mistake to call a radio a tit radio.
Yeah,
No, you are. It's just a TYT. We don't say tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm making fun of that. But I actually, the TYT handheld, which I have one, it's actually a very nice radio.
I have a nice handheld that is also sometimes called a TYT. That's real nice.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Greg? I really do think we ought to have, it'll start out small, I assure you, but we'll get a 220 radio net going.
Yeah, got to look at antennas too. So
Yeah, I think what's nice about that is it's not as small as the 70 centimeter, but it gets out better, and it's just a little bit. It's in between, it's that middle sister.
yeah, exactly. It's not big, easy to squeeze another one up there.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for that, Greg?
Nope, catch you on the next one. K-Sport TV.
You are coming up to the Ham Quest, so I can actually meet you, aren't you?
Nah, I don't think so. I got to work that morning. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Dang, we're gonna have to live stream it or something.
there you go.
All right, very good. That's Greg. He is in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? And he has to work Saturdays of all times. Who else is west?
Kilo Oscar 4, my Kilo Delta.
Hey, how are you doing? I think I heard Mike Kilo Delta.
Roger, Roger. Dug up in Greenbrier on my TYT radio.
Yeah, no, I tell you, TYT was impressive to me. I mean, they seem to let's put it this way, the case is impressive, and it seems to be almost as nice as, I never think of those TYTs or the Woshongs or the Bofangs or the, I can't think of another one that's in that line as mainstream radios, but TYT comes pretty close.
And I'd say I've been very pleased with it. It does the crossband repeat, which I don't really use. I have tinkered with it a little bit, and it does work, but it's there if I need it.
Well, that's one of the things. We actually buy those features thinking this is great. I have a Kenwood dual band that's got the cross ramp band repeat, and I paid extra to get the board and stuck the board in there where I could do recording of people who call me when I'm not around. Well, I've never used it once, even though that board cost me, I don't know, $100.
Yeah, we like our toys, don't we?
Yeah, it's, you see, when somebody says, well, you never use it, but then you always say, yeah, but I could.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm currently trying to engineer a headset with a push talk button for this TYT radio.
Doesn't TYT have one of those available, or somebody have one for them?
I'm not sure. I've got a Heil headset, and I want to see if I can adapt it so it'll work with this radio.
You mean that you're not talking about the Pro headset, the big one?
Yeah, it's the Heil Pro 6. I use it on my HF radio.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. Those are nice.
Well, it works real good when I don't want other people to have to listen to my conversations. My wife and family, they're not really enamored with ham radio the way some of us are.
Well, the bad part about those Heil headsets is when I don't know about you, but when I have them on, there could be a nuclear attack next door and I wouldn't hear it.
Well, that's the good thing about it because my hearing's so bad, I couldn't hear a nuclear attack anyway.
Well, you know what I'm saying is that, I mean, those headsets really, I mean, those are, when they say those are over the ear, man, they seem to exclude everything around you. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, that's very true, which is one of the things I like about it. I do a little bit of parks on the air, and I use that. It really helps pull in the weak signal stations.
Oh yeah, no, those are really nice headsets. And of course, Heil has been pretty proud of that pricing too.
Well, I got mine on a sale, I guess. It wasn't horrible. I paid more money and got things I enjoyed less.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, it's good stuff, and you get what you pay for. They're very durable.
Well, I just want to say thanks, Paul. I want to check in on the net tonight, and I appreciate what you do. I hope everyone has a good evening, and I'll be out of here, KO4MTV.
Yeah, very good. That's Doug in Greenbrier, Kilo Oscar 4, Mike, Kilo Delta. Who else is south? Or I mean west? Anybody else west?
KO4SAM.
Hello, Mr. Sam. What's up with you?
Oh man, just hanging out. I've been studying lately. I'm trying to take my general
radio operator's license, GROL, commercial radio. That's pretty fun studying, man. But they got you looking at ILS landing systems and magnetometer, radar stuff. It's pretty wild. Anybody out there ever get that?
I don't know. Has anybody gotten the commercial radio license that's on the air right now? Not right now, but I know I've heard of a couple of guys over the age, I can't remember who had it, though, to tell you the truth. Because that's a tough one. You have to have a fairly width and breadth of some understanding in RF, don't you?
Yeah, Roger. I went ahead and got my technicians, general, and extra, kind of right in a row. But a lot of that was just kind of reading the book and then taking the test. This reminds me of the extra. There's, the math and the theory that's on the extra. And then there's a little bit of like broad, like ship-to-ship radio, like protocol. But then there's a bunch of this aircraft stuff and radar stuff. And it's like, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, I hear you. And it's got, I don't know. I've never really had a good handle on it. I have a familiarity with it, having been in the Navy, but it's very, very limited. It's just a basic understanding. But even now, it's gotten crazier with all the different frequencies and different power levels and the different digitization of all of those things. It's enough to drive you crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I tell you what, I got an SDR not too long ago, and I've been having a lot of fun looking at that. But I started for, like listening to the 1090 megahertz, which is the aircraft transponders, and plotting those on the like on a map, seeing the planes move around. It's pretty wild what all is out there in the air. You can just pick it up. And
yeah, I'll tell you how rudimentary it was. When we were in Vietnam, we could track both enemy and our own aircraft. Now, our own aircraft had the IFF on it, the signal, and you could expand the scope, and it would bring up almost, it looked like a barcode, as I remember, and you'd count certain features of that. You could look it up numerically in the book, and you could identify which aircraft it was and where it was home station. It was kind of neat, but I'm sure they've got that a lot more automatic now.
Roger. Yeah, that's very cool. I think there's even products on the web where folks not on the radio can see like basically all the same information: the flight plan, the picture of the jet, its speed, altitude, heading, all that stuff. But the transponder is spitting that out. Spitting out the GPS location of it. So it's pretty cool. But what you're talking about is interesting to me, that just by sort of the signature of the reflection or the transponder, knowing what plane it is and where it came from.
Oh yeah, it was pretty well. Yeah, what we did, they were transponders, of course, but I'm sure that what I sure worked on, when I was on those radar scopes, that was like the dark ages compared to today.
Yeah. Anyway, I got my test next week. We'll see how it goes. But I'll let you know.
Well, I hope it works out for you. You hoping to go into that side of the industry?
Well, at least if something was to come available, I would have the accreditation. You kind of got to have it before the opportunity arrives.
Right. Yeah, and that's what's funny is I heard somebody. It happened to be Tucker Carlson, who I don't routinely listen to, just because it doesn't come to mind for me. But he was saying he was advising men to go out and get a job you're not even fully qualified for, because that'll make it a lot more exciting.
Perfect. Hey, sign me up. And I'm not qualified for a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I can think. But as I heard that, I actually thought to myself, that's true. I've had a lot of jobs. I've said, yeah, I can do that. And again, you didn't really know what you were saying, and you got into it. You go, holy crap, how am I going to do this?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Stress level. But what if you were in charge of something that you didn't really understand or know anything about? And where's the stress level been?
Yeah, no, I've been there, done that. It's kind of funny. No, that's what expands you though. I mean, if you were doing the same thing all the time, it wouldn't be any growth at all.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. All right, Paul. I'll check you later. 73.
Very good. That's Sam in Nashville, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Alpha Mike. Who else is west or south?
K4.
Hey, Tony. Are you hearing any noise on the air tonight?
Yeah, just, a little speckle here and there, but nothing, obnoxious.
Yeah, no, yours is it's just a little. I mean, your signal is clear and clean. Tonight it's got a hash on it that's not normally there.
Well, pull up a side order of ketchup to go in your hash brown.
No, it's fine. It's just that it's interesting how often on FM the conditions do change. That's all.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have anything for them yet.
All right, sounds good. I don't either. That's why I'm asking people to join me.
Well, I know I haven't done anything today, but that's because I wasn't doing anything yesterday and I didn't get finished. I'm no quitter.
I didn't do anything today, and I put a lot of it off until tomorrow.
There you go.
Very good. That was Tony, KF4 KFQ, and he is in Smyrna also. Well, also not because Sam wasn't also, but that's where he is, Smyrna. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 K3 NPR South.
Boy, I had a. Hold on one second. I know I had Larry in there. Larry, you doing all right?
Yeah, man, we're doing good. We'll let you get on with K4 Fluffy.
Very good. Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. I heard K3 MPR in there. Is that who I heard?
Yeah, I'm back from Myrtle Beach. I figured I'd check in before I head upstairs, have dinner. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Was Myrtle Beach really hot, or was it better than here?
Yeah, it was warm but real humid. I mean, it was a couple of 94, 95 days. Humidity stuff, almost 90%. So it rained. Probably about half the time off and on during each day.
I tell you, I've never been to Myrtle Beach. I've seen it on Street View, and I've seen it in videos and stuff. But that's really turned into a huge metropolis of just, it's like a Disney World of the Carolinas.
The last time I was there was probably close to 50 years ago, and there were no buildings on the water side of the beach, along the beach. And I went down there, and I was flabbergasted by everything that's sprouted up there since all those years. And it definitely changed the place. Now the outlying areas, Merrill's Inlet and Hawley Beach, stuff like that were phenomenal. But Myrtle Beach downtown kind of without the heartbeat. Too commercialized, too much shops selling Chinese crab and stuff like that. But definitely good to hear everybody on there get involved. This Saturday, breakfast or next week?
No, this Saturday is the Ham Fest in Lebanon. You got to be there. It's mandatory.
Well, I wish I could, but I'm working for the election commission, so that takes the Saturday from me.
Oh, well, you'd have to make the one on the 20th and 24th, the 21st down there in Huntsville.
I might try to do well. Yeah, I might go. What's my schedule?
Very good. Yeah, what you were saying, I've never been, like I said, never been to Myrtle Beach, but I was in Virginia Beach, which is similar, up there just south of Norfolk. And when I was there, 68, it was just a simple beach community. There was nothing on the beach side of the road, nothing. I don't remember if there was something. I don't recall it because it was just beach. Because I actually walked down the beach from there south to Dam Neck, where I was stationed, Dam Neck, Virginia, and there was nothing in the way. There was, as I recall, there was nothing. Now I went there a few years ago for a Navy reunion. Wall to wall hotels and condos, wall to wall on the beach, and it ruined it. It just why couldn't they just put them on the other side of the road, man? Anyway, I'm griping about that. I don't live there. So. But it's still quite a nice place, don't get me wrong. And they did leave a lot of space on the beach, and they did leave a nice boardwalk, so they made it all public space. It was kind of nice. Anyway, that was Mike, Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo, and that's Mike here in Mount Juliet. Yeah, he's still in Mount Juliet, still here to the east. Who else is south? Hello, Bill. You looking forward to the cooler weather tomorrow? Yeah, I've got stuff to do in the yard too, but I still don't like to do it. I got some tall bushes. I have to use a ladder, and that makes it for a little more painful to trim them. Very good. That's Bill in Murfreesboro. Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Appreciate you checking in. And by the way, signal's good. Still noisy. Not still. It's there's some noisy signals tonight for whatever reason. And it's not you. It's the conditions. Who else is Sal?
Comment number 8, Papa Yankee.
Hey, where you been, man?
Here, there, and everywhere, but I made it tonight. Just was talking to Chris on the 015 earlier, and he mentioned about the breakfast and the dance, and I said, you know what? I need to be on that dance tonight, so here I am, buddy.
I'm not sure. You know, you probably ruined the 1 year achievement of not checking in.
Well, shoot, I wish I'd known that.
How you doing, Rusty?
I'm doing great, Paul. Just had a big run with kidney stones starting on Memorial Day, but I'm hopefully going to finish up on the 22nd of next month. But I'm getting clear.
Is that running your family at all?
It runs in me, I can tell you that.
No, I'm just curious because it seems to be. I got the impression it was something that was hereditary, but I know that based upon what I've heard from friends who have kidney stones, I think they'd rather have a heart attack.
Well, I don't know about that, but it can be right painful. This time on Memorial Day, I was in the emergency room in the hospital over at the lake in North Georgia with 2 big stones in the ureter at one time. So that was a real experience.
Were they able to destroy them sonically? Is that what they did?
Well, I actually wound up passing 2. They destroyed another one, and with the lithotripsy, and so now my right kidney is clear. Going back in on the 22nd to bust up some in the left kidney and hopefully be stone free for the first time in a while.
Wow, that sounds awful. Really, I've heard, like I said, I've heard it's very painful, and the pain goes right up into your back, doesn't it?
Oh, it goes everywhere. If it's bad enough, you can't figure out which end it's up. But I'm doing well. I'm just hanging in there and hoping to get clear and just living la vida loca.
Oh, I got it. Well, very good. Yeah, it's tough. Let's put it this way. I know when I had another medical problem, it wasn't stones, and it was some kind of a. Well, I had 2 things. One was a gallbladder attack, and another one was a stomach spasm, and they were so bad, the pain. It was pain I had never experienced before. It was so intense, and I mean, I couldn't. It was so bad I couldn't sit still. I had to get up and move around because it just made me do something because I couldn't sit there and take it. And it was then that I realized what people who have chronic illnesses, their pain, why people get addicted to drugs, and why they might, and because that was the first time it ever occurred to me why people commit suicide due to pain.
Yep, it certainly happened, but fortunately, mine's never been that bad. So you sometimes wonder if you're ever going to feel good again. But I feel good, and it's good to hear everybody tonight. I'm hoping to make it over to Lebanon this weekend, and I've been wondering about Richard, and of course I hadn't been on here much, so I haven't heard him, but wondering if he might make it this time. Do you ever hear from him?
Which Richard?
Lebanon Richard, the one that was on the Bible Net with us, and I can't think of his call sign right now.
Are you still in KI4SIB?
That's him.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's working 4 days a week. No, he's working actually three. I forget what it's 3 or 4 days a week, and he's semi-retired kind of, and he's just busy.
All right. Well, I was hoping
Who is that, Paul?
to get this week. Anyway, let me get off here and let you talk to some other folks. Hello to everyone in 73, and we'll catch you on down the road. M-A-P-P-Y.
Right, very good. Is that Richard? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Rusty. NAPPY.
Oh, tell him I said hello and hope he comes up Saturday.
Yeah, very good. Right, Richard says he's going to be at the Hamfest, Rusty.
All right. Well, I'll be looking for it.
All right, you won't miss him. He's still ornery as he's always been, so you'll see him.
Good deal. Good. Glad to hear that, Richard. Y'all have a great one.
Very good. He says, yeah, he's looking forward to seeing you there at the Hamfest, right, Richard?
Good deal. Thank you. Catch you in a bit, KI4SIB.
Yeah, Michael, you jumping in there for a reason?
Yeah, I was just going to tell you that I could hear Bill in Murfreesboro on the mag mount on the wrought iron table.
Oh, very good. You got a wrought iron table in your car?
No, I'm home now.
Are you using a wrought iron? Is that what it's on now? A wrought iron table? Your mag mount?
Yeah.
Well, you're really sophisticated. You're working your way up.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, very good. So I'm not going to check you in again, but maybe I should. One's mobile and one's QTH. You know?
Okay, just whatever you decide to do with me.
Nah, we can't do dual check-ins. Otherwise, you go in on handheld and ask for another one. Anyway, who else is south? Please come in.
Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike.
Hello, Tom. What's up?
Oh, not a whole heck of a lot. I'm just resting, Paul. I'm really tired. My buddy of mine came down to visit, and we're ping pong players, or at least we think we are. And we play, let's see, 8 games, and I won 5 and he won 3. So we wear each other out on the ping pong table, and I was hearing the talk about the kidney stones, and I'm sitting here cringing because I can relate to that. I had 2 serious bouts with them. The first one almost killed me, literally. I had that lithotripsy that y'all were talking about, and I had to abort that procedure because it interrupted my heartbeat, and I about died on the table. It was supposed to be a 30-minute procedure, it was 4 hours long, so that didn't work out too well for me.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard some real horror stories about that over the years. They sound like something I never want to hear about or see or experience.
Yeah, it's extreme pain. It sure is. And I had 2 that were small enough to pass, and boy, I was relieved when those came out. That was just a bad news situation, but wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I mean that sincerely. Anyway, nothing much going on, Paul. Just say good evening to everyone in the sound of my voice, and good to be here. It's been a little while since I've checked in, so I thought I'd wave my hand at you.
Yeah, glad to have you in there. Yeah, my favorite story was from a friend of mine from some years ago. Big, robust guy too. He looks like a wrestler or football player, big football player. And he said he had to tell that story. He was home, and the stone pain was so bad. He told us, well, I can't drive. He just couldn't drive. Just take me to took him to the major hospital there in Tampa General Hospital. And of course, they brought him in a gurney. Took him back to wherever they took him, getting ready to do something. He's laying there in agony, and all of a sudden the stone passed. And he goes, "Oh, you got up." He says, "Okay, I'm going. See y'all later." He left.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, when I had one of my worst attacks, I was working on a job in New Johnsonville, little town out on the Tennessee River, about 80 miles west of here. And I was working on a barge with putting an emergency generator, not emergency, but putting the generator power in there. And I had this terrible pain in my right side down low, kind of halfway between the front and the side. I thought, and I had stopped on the way and got me a little sausage biscuit or something for breakfast. So I just thought at first it was little gas pain or something from that, and it got worse and worse. And I finally told my customers out there, I said, guys, I got to leave. I'm in this massive pain here. And I drove all the way from the Tennessee River back to Nashville, just doubled over in pain. I don't know how I made it.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be rough. You just reminded me, I had an employee, we were working on a project in Venezuela, and he was on a plane flight from one side of Venezuela to the other, and he had an attack in the middle of the flight.
Oh, yeah. And they can't do anything about it. There's nothing that can be done about it, so just have to bear it. Okay, Paul, I don't have anything for the net other than hello and 73. I'm going to go upstairs and watch some Cops with Kathy. You know, they used to have live PD, and they took that show off because of all the left-handed outrage over showing people getting arrested. But it's back on now. It's great. So I'm going to go watch some of that. And good night to you and the rest of the bunch.
Is that on regular over-the-air TV, or is that on cable?
Oh, well, we got satellite out here. We don't have cable, but it's on a network called Reels, REELZ, I think is how they call it. No, it's not regular TV.
Okay, I'll take a look and see if I can find that. That'd be good. I haven't seen enough people now getting arrested and they're drunk and they're banging their heads against the inside of the cop car.
Well, you get a lot of that. And you know, it's you really, there's just a lot of people out there that just need help. They don't need jail. They need psychiatric help or, you know, mental help. They need help getting off drugs. And it's a lot of it's just really sad because there's a lot of folks out there that don't really belong in jail.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And jail doesn't seem to do much on rehab, so I'm not sure what the purpose is other than it's a penalty phase where they don't correct anything.
Yeah, but this stuff is live. I mean, they follow these cops around live. And on Friday and Saturday night in big cities, you can imagine what craziness goes on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Nashville's highlighted, I'm sure, once in a while. Well, very good, Tom. Good to have you in there. It's Tom. He is in Rockville. Great signal. And that is Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike. Who else is south? South or east?
78-4ZHI, James and Mount Juliet.
Oh, man. You were uncontested that time, James.
Just standing by.
Yeah, you're on the your big rig?
On Kenwood.
Yeah, no, you sound good. It's got a nice big audio there.
So we're pretty close.
Oh, yeah. No, you sound great. You still got the antenna inside, right?
Yeah, it's in the back of my house, standing up by the window.
Yeah, it does a great job locally. And some people can hear you, you know, as far as I'm amazed at how well that antenna gets out in all directions.
Got a handheld too that works pretty good.
Oh, yeah, no, it works great. Everything going well with you and your family?
I just try to stay out the heat.
Well, tomorrow you can go do a barbecue or something outside. It's only supposed to be in the 80s.
Yeah, sure.
What it said? I'm just telling you what it said. Well, very good. Anything else for the net?
Barbecue's out in the yard anyway.
Yeah, very good. All right. Anything else for the net, Mike? James? I'm saying Mike.
Who's Mike?
I don't know. You're on the mic, but no, it's James. I know who you are.
Okay, see you later.
All right. Thank you, James. That's James. Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India in Mount Juliet. Who else is east?
KK5S.
KK5S. Are you home right now, Kerry?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got a great signal tonight.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here at the house and just make sure I try to get back here to the net tonight.
Yeah, no, it's one of the cleaner signals for some reason from the east. That sounds good.
Yeah, now I usually don't have much trouble on 2-meter, but now you got 70 centimeter, and there ain't a whole lot out of this radio.
Well, which radio you got?
That's 706.
They've limited power on the 70 centimeter on that one. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's only got about 20, 25 watts on 70 centimeter.
Oh, see, they played the same game that the 857 and 897 from Yaesu. They only have 20 watts on 70 centimeter.
You know, the one I got in my truck only does like 30 watts on 70 centimeter.
Well, that's better than 20. In fact, 20 stinks on 70 centimeter.
So you 70 centimeter
No, but we have the 70 centimeter net once in a while, and it was the last time we did one. We got like 15 check-in.
Yeah, roger that.
Very good. Anything else for the net? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right. Just kind of the same old thing. Looking forward to the events of Saturday coming up, and I got on my calendar for trying to go to the Huntsville Ham Fest again coming up next month. I'm gonna try to go down on Sunday.
Oh, cool. Yes. Are you going to go on? You said on Sunday, on the 20th. I mean, or the 21st. I mean.
Yeah, something like that. I forget what the date is on that, but yeah, Sunday's the big giveaway, and you got to be there for it. So hey, you don't want to go on Saturday and miss the big giveaway.
Because then you'll miss all the good stuff that's for sale.
Hey, I don't need to buy no more stuff, really.
I know. I went to Huntsville that one year and didn't buy anything except a cup of coffee.
Well, that's my home, so I got friends down there, so I usually go down there for that. Then I'll catch somebody and go over and have dinner or something with some friends.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's right. It's your old stomping grounds. That's cool. No, I wouldn't. I really want. I don't want to miss that one either in Huntsville because that's a good event.
Yeah. Kind of interesting note here that for the first time ever, I'm hearing the fan running in the back of this radio while I'm transmitting.
Oh wow. Well, you sound good here. I'll tell you, Kerry, you really do. Anything else for the net?
That's it. 7-3 to everybody, and have a good evening.
Very good. That was Kerry in Baird's Mill, Kilo 5 Sierra. Who else is? But I got to mention, I was hoping that fellow would check in tonight. But he's. I think he's got the new ham. He's an H. He's only on an HT, and he's over in oh shoot, I forget the name of that area over there in Tampa, the fancy schmancy area with the manor, the mansion, something mansion. I forget the name of that area. And but he got a new call, and of course it's one of the Q calls, Kilo Quebec 4, and it was a random call. And what did he get stuck with? But KQ4BLM.
I don't want to hear nothing about my call phone.
Well, it was just a sequential call. He didn't ask for it. In fact, he wrote me a message asking me about our Simplexton net, and he was a newbie and he wanted some advice and stuff. And he just mentioned, he goes, I got a really ugly woke, quotation marks call. I said, oh boy. Anyway, again, that was Kerry, Kilo 5 Sierra. Who else is East?
Kilo India Forest, Sierra, Oscar Romeo, Kilo India Forest, Sierra, India Bravo. Good evening, Paul.
Hey, good evening, Mr. 4-day weekend. How you doing?
I'm having. I've got to perform a little task tomorrow, and then Friday I'll be heading out to the fairgrounds and set things up.
Oh, that'd be awesome. How many tables did they end up selling this time?
How many tables?
Yeah, did they sell to vendors?
I think the total was 190 something.
Is that right? That's huge.
It's getting bigger every year.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I thought it was only about 100, but I didn't realize it was that big.
But I'm too far. If I'm wrong, I'm not too far off.
Okay, no, I'm not going to hold you to a number. I'll have to contact my attorney.
Well, I know it was well over 100. I'll put it that way.
That's awesome. That'll be great. I can't wait. It's really neat that I was involved in the first one, the very first one, which turned out good for what we did.
Oh yeah, and it's grown every year. Off and kick it in the rear end and let it go.
Oh no, it's just I did what I did, but I'm not taking any credit for it now. I'm just glad that it's worked out that way because what was interesting was, and Bill was correct, KK4WU, he was correct. I want to do a ham fest. And he already goes, yeah, okay, why? Because there isn't one. That's why. There's nothing of any, size. Nashville is these little tailgates here and there, and he wants to do something. And he did. Then we put it all together. I say we put it all together, and it worked out very.
Yeah, I'm not bragging here. Don't misunderstand me for crying out loud. But they came up down at one of the breakfasts,
Well, what's interesting about it, but that's not putting down, the one over there at at the park there in what do you call it, over at the, I get it wrong all the time. The Cedars of Lebanon Park. That event. It's nothing putting down anybody else's event. It's just that it was the fairgrounds. It's worked out to be a nice big event, and it doesn't really change anything about the other events.
Oh no, in fact, I enjoy going to that one. I look forward to it every year, and I hadn't missed one in a long time either. I like it. It's simple. It's small. I enjoy Hamfest like that, and always have. But yeah, I'm not going to dare take anything away from their gathering. Love to see it grow.
I don't know if it would. I don't. Again, it would change the character of it. You'd have to take it out of the forest.
Yeah, they'd have to come out of them bushes and woods.
No, really, that's a nice area. It's more of a down home event, really. It's it's like going to Huntsville. Huntsville is hardly a little ham fest.
No, Huntsville's been growing in leaps and bounds for quite a long time, and I'm glad to see it happen down there.
Well, they have a guaranteed income down there because they have. I had the mailing list. I saw it. I should say it was online. I don't know if it still is. Bill's Amateur Radio Club has around 400 members.
I didn't know any of them had that many members.
Counted it. They had an Excel spreadsheet with all their members on it, and at the time I looked at it, it's been 3 or 4 years, but at 400.
That's a bunch of bucks. If we had that, man, we'd be flying.
Oh, there'd be nothing but.
Well, we'd have to have some referees, I reckon.
No, you know what I'm saying. Is it? But it's just that I think the excuse me, the Lebanon Club, the Wilson Club's done real fine.
We keep plugging at it, and one of these days we'll get something right.
Nah, doing fine, doing fine. You're not gonna foreign trade barriers with a ham club out of Lebanon, Tennessee, but you can still do a good job, and that's what the event that HamQuest has worked out very well, and I'm glad that everybody kept involved in that.
Yeah, we're happy. Looking forward to seeing what happens this weekend and go from there.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net there, Mr. Richard?
No, sir. I'll let you have it back, and I appreciate what you do. Take care of yourself, and we'll holler at you when we can. KI4SIB back to this. Everybody.
Very good. That was Richard and Stephanie, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is south or east?
KI4HQ.
You're going to go to the Ham Fest on Saturday, Stan?
Yeah, I plan on being there.
Sounds good. You looking for anything special, or just going to browse?
Nothing really special.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Good to go and fraternize and check out what's like looking at every day's a yard sale when you go to one of those.
Yeah, just hope it don't rain.
It's going to be inside though. I think you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think most of it's inside this year, but we got some tailgaters. No, that won't be good if it rains.
No, that would stink if it did rain. You're right, but I don't think that would prevent anybody because usually in the morning.
Yeah, I don't ever remember it raining during HamQuest any years up in there.
No, it's just been hot. That's all.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be that either this year.
Yeah, my wife asked me that. She goes, "How come in the summer?" I go, "It doesn't bother us. It really doesn't. It's Tennessee in the summer. What do you expect?"
Yeah, it can be pretty warm at times.
Oh, I know that. Anyway, anything else for the net, Stan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back to that KI4HQ.
Very good. That was Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo, and he's in Lebanon, just a little bit north of downtown Lebanon. This is east. I was hoping I'd hear from Kevin tonight. Anyway, anybody else east or north?
KB9RKK.
Oh, Frank, what's going on?
Well, I know we sold out the tables. I know it's over 100.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it makes for good. It's really funny because I don't know, but what is there any decent net from all of that work? I mean, in terms of how much money's taken in, because it doesn't seem like it's a whole lot. It's not a lot of money that ends up in the hands of the club.
No, but the point of it, you were there. I wasn't there for the first time, but I heard about that first time that you and Bill were just to, get something here because, there's Bill himself was kind of new and just wanted to have a way to opportunities, especially for, well, both new and old, when I don't mean age wise, but, experience wise.
Ham events like that doesn't really matter whether they're small or large, but in this case, it creates a great not just for people that sell stuff and get together and sell it and look at and buy and sell equipment and parts and see what's available, but it's also a great for everybody to see each other. It's half a social event and half of a tailgate event.
Right. So that's what I'm worried about because I know a lot of people enjoy the part that's free to the people coming in, and I'm worried about the rain. This will be the first time it's ever rained. I'll keep watching the forecast. I hope they're wrong. They pushed it up 60% today.
Well, did it show it to be in the morning or the afternoon?
I honestly didn't catch that. It changes, and if it's in the afternoon, then we don't have to worry about it.
Well, I'm going to look right now and see what it says because I'm pretty sure that it showed it for the rest of this week as being a large chance of rain, and then for Saturday, yeah, it's showing it to be in the morning about, let's say, up through 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 50%. 9 o'clock, it says 50% chance. So I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I hope they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only concern I have. Otherwise, we should be good to go. And like everybody else has been saying, they commented on it already. It's been growing every year. The expenses go up with it. The table, a lot of stuff went up, but and we have to pay money to the fairgrounds, obviously, they per head and all that stuff too. But eventually, we'd like to see where it could be big enough if we want it. Doesn't mean we will, but we kind of want to get it to that to that bigger level. But we're not going to force it. It's got to be natural.
Oh yeah, no. The worst thing you could do is try to, it just would look like a dud if you took the same amount you have now and put it in twice the space.
Yeah, yeah, that would be awful too. Yeah, if we, if the club gets a little, and we can, save dues a little bit or not raise them or something, that's great. As long as we're not really at the same time, that's what I said. We're not gonna force it. Uh, because there's pros and cons. You get bigger, you get new problems. But I know one thing. I wasn't involved with it, but I'm sure. I hope, and I'm got nothing to worry about when I Bill did a good job on it. But the food vendor, that'll be the biggest thing people complain
About something, but listen, even when I go to Huntsville, it's like how poor a venue can how poor a food choices you have where you get cokes and hot pretzels and I forget, it was just so silly. Like, why bother?
so that's why I'm cracking up because I'm like, well, I know our food's better than theirs.
Yeah, no, that's how. But you're right. But again, I think I told everybody at least a few times that I realized after a couple of ham radio 17 years ago, I realized there's only three reasons that the three reasons you go to a ham festival. One, is to check out the ham cuisine, see what's going on with that, because it's so it's so beautiful, the cuisine. And then the other reason is you go for the current, what you see in the hams, particularly the yellow T-shirts and the flip flops. And then number three, of course, is the
Okay. Sarcasm received there. Yeah. No, as we're talking about the one at the theaters, it's pretty much the one thing that I know I'm gonna hit is that somebody selling those pies or something like that. That's for sure a sale for me.
oh yeah, no, it's like I said, been to even a tailgate that I didn't enjoy being at, just because you're seeing something new, or you're seeing old equipment, or seeing something you want, or you're seeing it's nothing wrong. It just ham fests are, like I said, they're 50% about the stuff, and the other 50% is about seeing people.
Yep. You know, and with these bigger ones, that you get the testing, so the new, for the people that want to do it again, because online I think has taken off as well. But yeah, use for that. It gives opportunities for people that maybe aren't 100% sure they want to come check it out. Hopefully, fashion and everything doesn't scare them away.
Yeah, I was actually the first time I went to a ham fest was Tampa, and the Tampa Amateur Radio Club put on a very nice size of probably Lebanon, except it was more scattered. It was like a giant tailgate, just a lot of tailgate. It was mostly outside. Just a very good. They had a big clubhouse, but there was just a little bit in the clubhouse, not a lot. The rest of it was all outside. And remember, the first one I was disappointed. Now then, I was still in my 50s, and I remember going there. I'm like, holy crap! I was expecting to see somebody younger than me. I was expecting to see young people, and I didn't see but a couple out of hundreds that showed up, and I was disappointed because it was a different expectation. That's all. Everybody seemed to be older than me, my age or older.
Right. Yeah. No. I don't know. Things might be changed a little bit. For a while, it seemed like it was trending up, like age-wise. Probably still is. But yeah, I remember. You guys were talking about the Huntsville. I was in a fairly large club up north, and I want to say the members were like silent. They just paid their dues and never showed up to anything. But it was hundreds and hundreds, and obviously they had really big ham fest, uh, but sometimes when you got that big of a club, I kind of like the smaller, medium size.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I get it. No, it's all good. Going to the Huntsville as much as I like going to Cedars 11.
Yeah, and I talked to the vendors last time. They like the one day. Ours is more of a half a day, probably because of the heat and the age, and there's only so much to do, and you kind of either got what you got, you get in and get out. But I do feel bad when they drove kind of far and they come in at the last minute. But we'll see as we get larger. But don't go to 2 days. Don't go to 2 days. We like the one day because they have an added expense if they got to stay. So.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. A full day event. But a lot of times, I've never been to a one day that went past 1 or 2 o'clock. It was where anybody was there. So I don't think it's any big deal not being there. In other words, you have to have a lot of people showing up to have a full day. I mean, they're going from 8 to 5.
Right. Yeah, if you get a section or state, because they're on convention, so it's that's why it's 2 days. That's when you'll get the 2 days. Well, thanks for doing that. I don't have nothing else other than hopefully the weather cooperates. Got my fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. Back over to you, Ken.
Yeah, very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo, here in the northwest corner of Mount Juliet, over by almost in the Davidson.
WB0 and
Hello, thanks for waiting us out there, Mark.
Been in the middle of trying to install another app on a Fire TV, and I get all done, and it says downloading, and then Comcast decides to turn off my internet for some reason. You know, it probably is. Your downloaded apps to replace cable TV. Maybe they got you.
I don't even know what, I know I've heard the word Fire, is it Fire, what's it called, Fire TV?
Not product. It's like a Roku or an Apple TV or same kind of thing. Streaming device.
And that's independent because my TV is a 17-year-old Hitachi. It's still very good. I can't read the credits on any movie because the print's kind of blurry. Otherwise, it's pretty good.
I don't need to read the credits. So, don't really have anything for the net. Hope to see you at the Hamfest. Ought to be a good day.
Oh, it'll be great. Yep, and I'll have that thing for you, Mark, if we meet up over there. It was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, Oscar, he's in Northwest Wilson. Anybody else north? No more north or lollygaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, and sand. Oh, wait a minute. We had a double in there. Call in there.
Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Oscar Juliet.
Okay, that was Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Oscar Juliet. Very good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm trying to remember where you're located.
Southeast Nashville. This is Elijah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How could I forget? Everything going well?
Yeah, overall it's been pretty well. I recovered from my cold and all is fine.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable. I don't remember when. Let's see. COVID. It was COVID, right? Or was it COVID or was it just the flu?
It was a regular cold.
It's so funny because that happens, seems to happen so infrequently. I don't think I've ever had a cold in the summer. A couple of times. Last time I had a flu was probably close to 9 or 10 years ago. I'm amazed that I've been able to skip COVID. I'm amazed that I haven't had a flu since then.
Yeah, it happens to be that way. I do have a question about the Hamfest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we need to get tickets beforehand or something? I mean, I don't need a table or anything. I just want to come and meet people, basically.
It's $5 entry fee, and that's all you need. Just show up with $5, and they'll be happy to let you in.
And where can I find?
If you look online for HamQuest 2022, it's right there, and there'll be signs freeway to the main building. You'll see it right on the main when you go in the main entrance to the entire fairgrounds. You go in there, and there'll be signs that point in there on the property there, which you see right off the bat when you go in there. And you're driving around over to the back, and that's where the Hamfest is, in the buildings behind the main building.
Okay, so we just come and talk to people and talk about radio and other stuff. That's how it works, or is there like a more formal structure?
Oh no, it's the least formal. It's just people milling around and talking and looking at equipment and having a good time, really. And there'll be announcements and there'll be prizes given and thing done, of course, on the property that day. So it'll be fun. I think if you've never been to one, it's just like a big, almost like a big. Well, I would say it's more like a, what do you call it, a yard sale? It's a bigger yard sale, you know.
Fun. Yeah, I think it will also provide motivation for my studies for the general license.
Oh yeah, in fact, yeah, go ahead, Richard.
It's like a big family flea market.
Yeah, it is. That's what I said. And what's neat about it is, in spite of the fact I've been to many Hamfests in 17 years, And even though you know, you never really know what's going to be sold. You'll be surprised. Every ham fest I go to, oh man, I got to have that because I didn't even know it was yards. Fine. So I think you'll like it, Alexander.
I'll do my best. I mean, I think I'll most probably come. But yeah, I'll check from the website. See you guys there.
Oh yeah, you'll see everybody there. I should be wearing my hat, so you'll see me, K4PEW. You should be able. It's 6'3" and 245 pounds. I'm hard to miss.
Oh, you said I should wear my hat. I expected that you would go to make a tinfoil hat or something like special. But I'll find you from your call tonight.
Yeah, no, funny you say. I had a guy I aired on the air first year I was in ham radio, and he says, "Hey, look for me on the, because I never met the guy." And he says, "Just look for me at the ham fest." And I went, "Okay, but I don't know what you look like." And he goes, "I'll be the guy wearing a ball cap that's got a propeller." Was the only guy there with a propeller on top of his head.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, it worked out good. Anything else up for the next? To meet you there, Alexander.
Yeah, I wanted to come to the breakfast last week, but I needed to pick my wife to meet with people that I hear on the net and also that I cannot hear on the net because of my antenna. But anyway, hope to see you guys on Saturday.
Very good, very good. That was Alexander. He's over in Nashville. It's Nashville, right? Oh, that's it. But near the airport. Yeah, Kilo, Quebec 4, Alpha, Oscar, Juliet, Alexander, and this will be his first ham fest. So that's why I say it's nice to meet people, right? It just gives a nice venue to meet everybody, or at least see who's out there. Anyways, anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
KC4TNQ, Charles.
Hey, Charles, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just missed your dad again.
That's no big deal. We always, and like I said, if everybody showed up with a net, we'd be here for till 10 a.m.
Yeah, I was sitting here doing some macros on a program, so I was kind of getting ready to contest this weekend.
Oh, cool. What kind of contest?
It's a field hell sprint. Starts Friday night and runs all the way through Saturday.
Oh, great. I haven't done Hellshire in a long time.
Yeah, I did pretty good last year. I won the contest. The one that's coming up this weekend. I won it last year, and they had a little sprint last weekend, and I won it. I won it also.
Oh man, you must be just a lot of don't necessarily have the best antenna. They just have the perseverance to be on longer.
Well, last week was just a 2-hour sprint, and it only took 8 contacts to win it. So the next closest one to me was 4 contacts.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. And how far away were the?
Texas and Wisconsin, I think, were probably the 2 farthest ones.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. Conditions must have been reasonably good in those directions.
Yeah, it was in the morning. It started like 6 o'clock in the morning and lasted for 2 hours. And I got probably half of them on 40 meters and half of them on 20.
Neat. Very good. Yeah, you make me interested and want to do that again. I haven't done it in a long time. Anyway, anything else for the net, Charles?
I was torn between that and going to the little, I don't know, the yard sale y'all been talking about.
Saturday, KC4. I mean, I forget the club's name. KC. Man, I can't. W4, WC4. Dang, I can't even get that call sign. It's the Wilson Club. It's over there at the fairgrounds, right? I hope to see you there.
Well, doing the contest, going to that. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do the contest Friday night, and if it don't do too well, I'll show up for that. I still can't say what it is, but anyway, the fairgrounds out there.
Yep, WC4ARC. Is that not right, Richard? WC4AR, isn't it?
For American Radio.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't get out of my brain what it was. I had that's Charles in Nashville. That was just Richard, but it's Charles Kilo Charlie Ford Tango November Quebec in Nashville. Anybody else out there? All righty. No sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, preppers. I'll throw in flat earthers maybe. Boy, it was flat earthers, man. We'd have thousands of them because the signal just went straight across. All righty. We had 27 check-ins tonight. We're going over to 10 meters. Any objections? Good. We're moving over to 10 meters. I'll be there momentarily.
I'm going to try.
All right, this is K4PEW, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 10 meters, looking for check-ins from the west. Please come now. Very good. You sound good in there tonight, Jeff.
Okay, well, I'm on the vertical, so like I said, I'm working as it should.
Sounds great. That was Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf in Madison. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima South.
Yeah, very good. You sound good as well, Jack. I think conditions are pretty good tonight. It was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Aaron.
Yeah, very good, Greg. You sound good as well. We're hearing the other two stations already.
Yeah, I've heard everybody on my well, but it's been good for me as well as everybody so far on this band.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad so far. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. He's in who else is south? West or south, I mean. West or south? I think I heard somebody in there. A little help from anybody? Is there a station in there, please? Come down. I heard is it whiskey station end? Was that a whiskey at the end of that call? I caught the Bravo whiskey. Was that correct? Man, I'm missing that down. There's quite a bit of noise. I'm trying to pick that up. I'm sorry about that. Can you one more time, please?
The 3 Victors, K0 Kilo Oscar.
Did you say that was Kilo 0?
Give it to us one more time. We almost got it. K0 Victor Whiskey.
Very good. I'm hearing, I believe it is correct. Kilo 0 Victor Whiskey. Is that correct? Well, very good. My call is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, and I guess you're in Minnesota, I take it. Is that correct, John? Yeah, that's all I can copy tomorrow. I'm glad you're in there. I'm glad you called. That's Kilo 0 Victor Whiskey. He's in Apple Valley, Minnesota. About where that is. I've been up there. Yeah, it's we had a good. It was really tough to pull that out, though. I appreciate the help, guys. Kilo 0 is John, and boy, that was a tough one. Anybody else anywhere?
KM4 YRS, Mike and.
You had to think about it, didn't you?
I did.
Very good. Were you able to hear that last station?
I could hear part of it. It was, but I could hear part of it.
Yeah, well, we got it. Anyway, that's Michael KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. I have to like to say Belshire. I've been doing that for however many years it is, 6 or 7 years. Who else is any place anywhere?
Kilo Bravo and Romeo
I think I heard Richard in there too. You were able to hear Richard? Come back again. I got you in there, Frank. Kilo Bravo. Richard, are you in there? All right, very good to hear you in there. It sounds like you're talking through a McDonald's.
I can hear Richard too. Never heard him.
Say that again, Frank.
That's the lowest I've ever heard him.
Oh, is that right? I can hear him. Like I said, it's a very low audio.
I was actually hearing Richard pretty well tonight.
At a relatively high location, and you think I'd be able to hear him real well from where he is in Lebanon, but it ain't happening very well. It happens easy than it is in south and due west than it is, like over to Frank than it is to me.
I hear you.
Just turn his antenna a little bit up. Anybody else out there, north, south, east, or west? Who was that last November, Quebec, please? Oh, very good, Charles. I didn't recognize the confused there, and that's Kilo Charlie 4. I get that correct. Tango November, Quebec, right? Yeah, you're about the same here. That was Charles. Kilo Golf 4 or Kilo Charlie 4, Tango November, Quebec. Any place? Oh, I heard. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't hear you in there. Sorry about that. How are you copying people tonight?
Doing pretty good. I can actually hear Richard too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Due south, he seems to do pretty good, but at an angle over to me, it's I can usually just barely hear him.
Yeah, well, he sounded good tonight. So, no, it's just a magic of radio.
Oh, I know, it's crazy. On 10 meters, it's kind of wacky. Anyway, that's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Yeah, Oscar. No. Who else is any place, anywhere? Station in there?
I'm hearing nothing, Paul.
Does nothing have a call?
Don't think so.
All righty. And okay, anybody, any place, anywhere, please come now. I can hear things, but I don't think it's anybody. Just the voices in my head. Well, very good. We had 11 check-ins on 10 meters, and we had on 2 meters. And everybody, appreciate all your participation, and hope to see you at the Ham Quest on Saturday morning with money. Lots of money. Just buy all this stuff. Then we'll have vendors crying to get into there. Anyway, you guys have a good night. K4PW closing.